I'm Pastor Steve, and I want to share with you for a few minutes a message that can help you to organize and to break down the problems, the challenges, the issues, the snags and troubles that you run into as you're living your life. I've written an essay called Four Visions of the Good Life, and it's on the premium content of my website, pastorsteve.faith. What I've done there is to provide a world view, a philosophy, if you will, that examines all the stuff that goes on that causes us trouble in our lives and basically just places it into four interdependent categories. The first category is for the largest set of situations and so forth out there in the world, and that is the world of dynamic chaos. All the natural, universal, dynamic, chaotic forces that are out there. And would use the example of like a tropical storm or a hurricane, which you can see a picture of from a satellite vantage. And it's got this certain geometric spiral to it. That, by the way, is called a Fibonacci spiral. And we see the same spiral in so many different natural occurrences, all the way up to spiral galaxies out there, light years from here, all the way down to the most microscopic little creatures like snail shells. You see these patterns that exist. And as we have studied those patterns, we've found that they are far more extensive, especially when analyzed from a mathematical perspective, that you begin to see that, in fact, the entire universe is really assembled on the principles of deterministic chaos. And that deterministic chaos, or chaos theory, is a vast field, but it describes the way broader things happen out there in the world. It applies to population dynamics, it applies to economic factors, it applies to the ocean currents, to the weather, geotectonic events, everything. It works according to the principles of deterministic chaos. And then a smaller, more personal data set is determined by your genomic code. Your genomic code is basically the program that tells your body how to continuously recreate itself. It's the plan by which you are constructed. And that plan determines how you look, your body type, your body shape, your gifts and abilities, like certain talents that you may possess, and things you're not very good at that are harder for you to do. There have been some very interesting studies that have been done of twins separated at birth. Two twin babies, identical twins, who are adopted by separate parents, who grew up totally distinctly away from each other with no contact whatsoever, and then in later life they managed to find each other. And there have been studies done of the amazing and profound similarities that they have been shown to have in their lives together, in their lives, that show us, this opens a door for us to see how much of our physical existence, our bodies, how much they are determined by that genomic code. Then the third broad category has to do with the decisions that we make. I had a wonderful conversation with a gentleman once upon a time who had utterly, really messed his life up in a really major way. And what he said to me was, he said, well, I guess when I should have zigged, I zagged. Talking about his pathway through life and the consistently wrong decisions that he had made. Well, our lives, all of us, our lives are built out of the decisions we've made, including just innumerable small decisions to say this or do that, to go here or not go there. All of these decisions bring consequences. Then there are the major decisions, like who we marry, where we work, where we live, those kinds of things. All of the decisions add together to put us where we are doing what we're doing. So I put decisions we make as a category in the 4 visions of the good life. The 4th vision is faith. And faith is so much more than religious doctrine. Faith is a way that describes our whole attitude, or what we believe, our deeply held beliefs about everything we say and do, the whole conduct of our lives, our deeply held beliefs actually about all of the above. So you can model this, if you will, like a V, with the big broad data set at the top that is that world of swirling, twirling, dynamic chaos that we walk into every day. The world of the weather, the world of the climate, the world of the population dynamics of the place where we live, the world of the economic ups and downs that we encounter, all of the great forces that are out there, the forces of deterministic, dynamic chaos. And then there's us, this entity, this person, you, yourself, your body. That's you walking around out there in that enormous world of dynamic chaos. And you have within yourself a program, and that program basically shapes and makes you the way that you are. And that can include a variety of strengths and gifts and abilities, and it can include a variety of illnesses and disabilities that we all possess. And then while you're an entity making decisions out there in a dynamically chaotic world, you are also a person with faith. You have beliefs. Faith belongs to all human beings, even individuals who are atheist or agnostic or just plain not very religious. All these people have faith. Faith determines what you believe about the people around you, what you believe about what you are hearing, what you believe about the great storms of dynamic chaos in which you're enveloped, what you believe about yourself, your body, your dynamic genetic code, how you think about all of this. That is your faith. What you believe about the decisions that you have made. So the V, you see, each of these becomes a smaller subset. At least this is the way that I modeled it. Huge world of dynamic chaos, then the world of the genomic code of the individual, then the set of decisions, because the most important decisions are the ones that we're making today. The ones we're making today, the ones that we have to make now in our lives. And then the smallest subset, but also tremendously powerful, what we choose to believe. And the way we encourage ourselves and think about the value, the meaning, the purpose of everything around us. Now, all I've done in this essay is to model these 4 data sets and to offer some suggestions about ways that they can apply to various situations that we might face. My objective there is just to help people solve problems, to help break some problems down, maybe help simplify some problems, maybe help us make the determination about what we can actually change and what we have to simply observe. So it's 4 visions of the good life to improve our existence. Thank you so much for watching this.